Hello everybody, I am Remy Kailis, and today I'll be doing a very quick video response to Philip DeFranco. First, let's just start off by saying that I am a huge fan of his content. I love watching it. I wish that my videos were even as half as good as his. I absolutely love Philip DeFranco. I just have one small minor criticism um, of one of his recent videos, but I am definitely a fan of his content. And before I get started, I would be replacing Jews with Yadayahito. And the reason why I'll be replacing Jews with Yadayahito is because YouTube doesn't always target the right people. ContraPoints, who is an intersectional feminist, got her video taken down for speaking out against, racism of the alt-right. Kevin Logan also got one of his videos placed in like limited states and, got, 2 strikes on his channel for I don't even know the details of that, but YouTube has really tricky algorithm. So even if you are against racism, you could still just trigger YouTube's algorithm, and you could still just lose your channel, and you just have to get into contact with, like, I don't know, YouTube trusted flagger in order to get your channel back, because the YouTube flagging system is constantly going after the wrong people. So that's the reason why I just want to be really, really careful. So when you hear me here, when you hear me say Yadahito, you know what I mean. Anyway, let's begin.
And let's talk about DC Council member Trayon White. We're talking about him because on Friday, White posted this video to his official Facebook page.
Man, it just started snowing out of nowhere this morning, man. Y'all better pay attention to this climate control, man. This climate manipulation. And DC keep talking about we're a resilient city. Man, that's a model based off the Rothschilds controlling the climate to create natural disasters they can pay for it and own the cities, man. Be careful.
So if you don't know, the Rothschilds are kind of a famous and wealthy banking family who have been linked to a lot of anti-Semitic conspiracy theories for years. And some of the conspiracy theories include that the Rothschilds were working with the Rockefeller family to have the technology to manipulate the weather, which means they can do things like causing freak storms, which wreak havoc. It controls the markets. So yeah, main point, DC council member Trayon White swinging big with a conspiracy theory, which essentially boils down to rich Jews control the weather. Now, unsurprisingly, there was a lot of backlash. Washington Rabbi Daniel Zamel denouncing White's remark, saying this kind of anti-Semitism is unacceptable in any public official. This so diminishes what America is about and adds to the oppressive feeling going on in the country right now. We all have to be better. Public officials have to learn not to say the first ignorant thing that comes into their head. Which my response is, yeah, it's bad that he said it, but it's also very concerning that he just said it really confidently. It really makes you wonder what other ideas Trayon White has. Also,
like God exists, or that angels are real?
Reportedly, the Washington Post, who originally reported on this story, said that they reached out to White for comment, and they said, in a series of text messages, he confirmed the voice in the video is his, but expressed surprise that his remarks might be construed as anti-Semitic. On Sunday, White releasing a statement on social media and with the paper, saying, in response to my social media post on Friday, as a leader, I work hard every day to combat racism and prejudices of all kinds. I want to apologize to the Jewish community and anyone I have offended. I did not intend to be anti-Semitic, and I see I should not have said that after learning from my colleagues. I've spoke to leaders and my friends at Jews United for Justice, and they are helping me to understand the history of comments made against Jews, and I'm committed to figuring out ways to continue to be allies with them and others. And there were some that appreciated the apology, and then others that were still disgusted by White. And as far as where I land, once again, I'm not even going to jump into this being anti-Semitic. The question for me personally becomes, and unfortunately it is not a unique question, should this person in our political system that believes in conspiracy theories be there? The answer for me personally is, oh my God, no. But we are where we are today, and we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Now, personally, I don't think he's anti-Semitic, because I define anti-Semitism as a hatred of or a superiority towards or a fear of the Yudayahito, and he doesn't seem, I don't hear any malice against them. I don't hear any sense of superiority or a sense of fear. He just seems to be ignorant. And I don't view like ignorant people as bigots. Like if you're just like ignorant. Because if ignorance is bigotry, then there are like left leaning people who voted for Hillary Clinton who don't think that black people could get to voter ID. So what's about the feminists, intersectional feminists, and the like liberals who think that black people don't have an ID to vote? I mean, hello, you need an ID to drive. You need an ID to go to the store to get some alcohol. What makes, liberals think that black people cannot, get a drink? Why do like intersectional feminists don't think that black people could get an ID? So it's like, if we're going to say, like merely being ignorant and not knowing what you're talking about makes you a bigot, then there are many left leaning feminists that are anti black. I mean, there are feminists that would think that, black people get offended by digital blackface. It's like, oh yeah, digital blackface, it's the thing. And it's like, I am not that sensitive. I mean, really, to think that I would get offended by that is actually insulting. Not everybody gets offended by the teeniest, tiniest little thing. So it's like if we're going to go down the road of ignorance makes you a bigot, then there are a lot of like racist feminists. There are like so many racist like liberals and people like to the left. So the way I view it, strictly being ignorant doesn't make you a bigot. And to me, this guy just seems ignorant and not a bigot. And he even seemed shocked and confused that his statements could be seen as bigotry, which reminded me of like the Keon West incident where Keon West made some comments about the Uday Hito, and he's like, you guys thought I was being bigoted? I viewed my statements as a compliment. I'm surprised you would view it as an insult. So you see what I mean? Like, Keon West, he meant those statements as, as a compliment, and the Udayahito, they took it as an insult. So people are just going to have different views on what bigotry is. And for me, if you're just ignorant and if you're just ignorant and you're mistaken, I am willing to just, I'm still willing to talk to you. It's the supremacy that I have a problem with. It's the fear. It's the hatred. It's the whole, like, I don't want anything to do with you. Because, I mean, for me, I'm black. I am willing to deal with ignorant people, but I don't really want to deal with hateful people. But furthermore, I don't think that he should lose his jobs. Um, I don't think he should lose his job for his belief. I mean, because, there are still Christian literalists out there. There are still, Christians that believe in the very literal interpretation of the Bible as opposed to, maybe, this was a hyperbole, or, maybe this was spoken figuratively. There are people who believe that all of the Bible is meant to be taken literally. So it's like, and I got like, I had to see like a dermatologist once, or like I had to get like dental surgery or whatever from a Christian literalist. Now, Americans are still predominantly Christians. How many Christians would be out of a job for having a strange belief? Don't you see how this could lead to a slippery slope? There are atheists that believe in ghosts. There are atheists that will still go to see a psychic. You can be an atheist and still believe in an afterlife, because an atheist just means that you don't believe in a god or any gods. You can be an atheist, not believe in God, and still believe in an afterlife. I mean, I met a person once who was an atheist and a Wiccan. An atheist Wiccan. I'm just saying those things exist. So it's like to go and say that, like, oh my goodness, he should lose his job. So to say, that he should lose his job just because he has a very strange belief, I don't agree with that. I don't believe that jobs should discriminate against people based off what their beliefs are. Sure, if they cause a hostile work environment. However, not only did he show his ignorance, he showed a willingness to learn. He even went to reach out to the Jewish community to educate themselves. And to me, that is a lot better than Hillary Clinton, like loving black people in front of their faces, but then going to like a segregated party, that is like white people only, and just calling black maids and butlers, the N word. But anyway, I know what you guys are thinking right now. I know what you're thinking.
You're not politically correct enough, goddamn it.
Anyway, this has been Remy Kylis. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you disagree with me, please let me know why. And if you want, you could give me a downvote as well. I really don't care. Bye bye.